This changes everything. Report reveals new Bengals target in the NFL draft. Welcome back to the Bengals Digest channel. I'm Carson Lokey. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. The Masters just finished. I'm a huge golf guy. Congratulations, Rory. If you're not golf, it was a great round of great tournament of the Masters. But anyways, late a new report has come out about the Cincinnati Bengals, where they could go with this draft. Obviously, there's a lot of needs with the Cincinnati Bengals, and there's a lot of options in this draft. One of the many needs, and probably one of the top priorities, is the offensive guard situation for the Bengals. Obviously, we had like the two worst guards last season, and now the question is what we're going to do after only releasing Alex Kappa, or cutting, sorry, and then only signing one guard in free agency, Lucas Patrick. What are the Bengals going to do in the guard room in the draft, which has to be one of the picks? If we only have 6 picks in this draft, if we don't trade or anything, guard has to be one of them. This later report shows who that could be. Bengals could be eyeing former Alabama star Tyler Booker in first round of 2025 NFL draft. That report and the title is a huge giveaway. This would have to be a first round pick. Tyler Booker is going to go in the first round. Maybe he falls to the second round. I do not believe it. I don't see him falling to the second round. You would have to pick him at 17 if he falls to 17. I really like Tyler Booker, 6'5", 321 pounds. He is very versatile. He's got quick feet, got good hands. He obviously is a massive human being. He is also versatile as he can also play tackle as well as guard, so he can move around the line, which is nice. And I think it would be a good pick. I'm not saying I would be mad at it. I know my body language and how I'm sounding right now is making me seem like I'm not that excited about it, but I would really be excited about Tyler Booker. And if you were interested in what that would look like, this is what I would think if we were to draft Tyler Booker first round. This is what I think our draft would potentially look at. I think we would go first round offensive guard, obviously from Alabama, Tyler Booker. And then I would think we would go defensive line with first Ohio State defensive tackle, Tyleik Williams, who is actually he is not. That was Ty Hamilton who visited. Sorry. Tyleik Williams. And then third round Ohio State edge rusher, Jack Sawyer, who did visit Cincinnati and has had meetings with Cincinnati. So I think that would be the first 3 rounds with offensive guard, then defensive line heavy. And then fourth round, a cornerback, who I talked about before, Jabbar Muhammad from Oregon. And then I would have us getting a running back, Ollie Gordon, in the 5th round. Then 6th round ended off with a safety, Sebastian Castro from Iowa. That's what I think the draft would look like if you wanted to go with Tyler Booker at first. But for me, I think with the depth, honestly, in the guard room in this draft, I don't like going that early with a guard. I really don't. I really like Tyler Booker. If he falls to the second round, by the grace of God, I would take him. But I think with the needs of especially our defense and with the amount of guards available in this draft and the depth in this draft and quality depth in this draft, I'm taking a guard later. I really love Tyler Booker. I really, really do. And I love how versatile he is. I don't know if I'm willing to take a guard in the first round, but the Cincinnati Bengals have, especially last season, shown that they would take offensive line first round with the draft pick with Amarius Mims, which obviously panned out. So maybe if they do draft Tyler Booker and he turns out to be one of the best guards in the NFL, then I can shut my mouth, right? But if I were drafting, or what I think the Bengals are going to do, would be something like this. This is what I think more likely the Bengals would do rather than getting Tyler Booker. I think they would do something like Walter Nolan, defensive tackle first round, then guard with Tate Ratledge. And I really don't see a drop-off from Tyler Booker to Tate Ratledge. I think they're very similar talent-wise. They both have raw talent. Obviously, Booker is a little bit bigger, but overall talent-wise, I think they're pretty even. And then running back, who I talked about last video, Caleb Johnson. Then cornerback, Kobe Bryant, my boy, my favorite. Safety, Malachi Moore. And then edge rusher, Ja Joyner from Minnesota would round it off. That's what I think the Bengals draft will most likely look like. This is what I have the Bengals doing. This is what I would do. This is how I would do the draft. And I'm gonna explain why. So first, you don't see Walter Nolan, who I've said multiple times is my favorite pick, meaning betting wise. If I was a better, which I'm not, my favorite would be, or who I would favor to be the Bengals' first round pick would be Walter Nolan. But this is what I would do. I would have us start if Mike Green falls to 17. I would take Mike Green at 17. I would go edge rusher first. I think edge rusher is a more of a need than defensive tackle, especially with the signing of TJ Slayton and the extending of BJ Hill. That would be our starting two right there. TJ Slayton and BJ Hill are our starting D tackles next season. I like that more than what our starting edge rushers are right now. We don't even know if Trey Hendrickson is going to play next season. If he doesn't, if he sits out or he's not on the team anymore, whatever that situation is, then we would lose both our starters in Trey Hendrickson and Sam Hubbard. So I think the edge rushers, let me know if you guys disagree. I think edge rusher is much more of a need than defensive tackle. So I would go edge rusher first with Mike Green. Then I think the biggest need after that is our guard room. So I would get Tate Ratledge from Georgia. He already knows Amarius Mims very well because they were teammates. So I would like that matchup, having Tate Ratledge protect Joe Burrow. So that's what I would do second round. Then I think third round, I would like a running back. That's where I would go with running back. And that also is what the Bengals themselves are showing as well. They're looking for a day two running back via, like I've said, their actions, who they have brought in to do interviews with or meetings with or visits to Cincinnati. They have all been day two running backs. So I think that's where they're going to pick a running back. And I would get Travion Henderson with that third round pick, would be my running back in the third round. Then the last 3 rounds, I would go all defense in positions where we need depth. First, I would go cornerback Kobe Bryant in the 4th round to round off the cornerbacks. I think we have a solid cornerback room. I really do. I really like our cornerbacks. Cam Taylor-Britt, I like him. He had a down year last year, but he has the potential to be one of the better corners in the league. Dax Hill, I think if he moves to nickel, he could improve dramatically. Josh Newton stepped up big last season in his rookie year. DJ Turner was turning up late last year until he got hurt. We have so much good talent in our defensive back room that adding Kobe Bryant, who I think could have a similar rookie season to Sauce Gardner, that's how high I value this player, I think would be a solid way to fully encapsulate the defensive back room. I think that would be perfect last spot in the defensive back room, cornerback-wise. And then to finish off the defensive back room with safety, I would go Malachi Moore. I think we need a lot more help in safety room, but I don't think it's as much as a priority as the other positions I've drafted so far. And Malachi Moore has a lot of pure talent. If I was going to go with somebody else, maybe I'm going to go Xavier Watts. That's the only other guy. Maybe Andrew Mukubo from Texas as well. Those are good options. But with our needs in other positions, I would rather save it safety for later in the draft with Malachi Moore, considering he has a lot of pure talent and has a good heart. He's a good kid, good locker room guy. I would love Malachi Moore in the 5th round. Then, last but not least, is when I would get my defensive tackle. I think that TJ Slayton signing was so massive for us as a run stopper and the extension of BJ Hill. Having TJ Slayton and BJ Hill right next to each other, I think is going to be similar to BJ Hill and DJ Reader. So last but not least, that's when I would add some more depth in my defensive tackle room. Because yes, we do need more depth in defensive tackle. And we already had him visit Cincinnati already. Ty Robinson from Nebraska. That's how I would do the draft. This is what you would have to do if you want a Tyler Booker. I think that's taking a guard too early, even though I have one going literally the next round. But I think that would be too early for a guard for our situation with other needs that we need and the depth in the guard position. This is what the Bengals would do. I think this is something the Bengals, like, this is a draft that I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm not saying that none of these drafts are bad. Let me say, I would be happy with this draft. This is if you want Tyler Booker. This is what I think the Bengals would do. This is what I would do. Let me know which one you like better. Comment down below if you say Tyler Booker draft, Bengals draft, or my draft. Say Lokey's draft if you like my draft the best. But this is what I would do with the needs and the depth at the needs of our team and the depth of the position in this draft. And this is what I would do. Finishing off once again, just to let you guys know, if you don't know or are familiar with the college players, Mike Green, a defensive edge rusher from Marshall. Second round, offensive guard from Georgia, Tate Ratledge. Third round, running back from Ohio State, Trey Hendrickson. Fourth round, cornerback from Kansas, Kobe Bryant. Fifth round, safety from Alabama, Malachi Moore. And then ending it off, sixth round, defensive tackle from Nebraska, Ty Robinson. That's what I would do in that draft. I would be extremely happy with going into the 2025 season. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Bengals Digest channel. We're on the road to 1,500, and I know we can get there, guys. Thank you so much for all the love you show on the channel. I can't begin to put it into words how much I appreciate it. Don't forget to like this video. Share this video with your other Bengal friends, because Bengal football is better together. Comment down below again which one of these drafts was your favorite. But for the Bengals Digest channel, I'm Carson Lokey. I'll see you next time. Have an amazing day, and God bless.